Hello my fellow skateboarders, longboarders and freelance skaters. This is Srinivasan, a fine art photographer and a distance skater, coming to meet you with another episode, and this is about comparing the standard skateboard truck with a longboard truck, or otherwise called as a standard kingpin truck to a reverse kingpin truck. Okay, come let's walk into the episode. Okay, my lens is kind of breathing a little bit. It's going to find a fine point where to focus. Okay, I'm recording all these videos on my mobile phone, Xiaomi Poco F1. Okay, so here I present to you all the trucks that we are going to compare. This one we are going to exclude for now, but just for the appearance, I just placed it over there, so you would have identified this probably by this time. This is a carver truck, imitation of CX truck from Oxalo, and this was used in the board Oxalo Carver 540 bird longboard. Okay, so a carver truck is also a reverse kingpin truck, right? Okay, for now, and we'll keep that aside. We don't need that anymore. I'll place my mobile phone and camera on a proper stable place, so hope you guys can see a standard kingpin truck and a reverse kingpin truck in a frame properly. Okay, so just by the appearance, and the first thing that you would notice is like you'll have in a standard kingpin truck, which is our skateboard truck, this is a reverse kingpin truck, this is our longboard truck. You have seen me dismantle a reverse kingpin truck and what's there in the parts and what goes where, in my previous videos. This I haven't dismantled it yet. I'll show you a small frame in the end of the video. Okay, so just for the comparison, it also has same parts just as the reverse kingpin truck. Okay, that's all you need to know right now. Okay, and the first appearance that you find here with a standard kingpin truck and a reverse kingpin truck is like you might see the kingpin at the back side of the hanger, and here you will find the kingpin coming through the hanger. Okay, that is the very first differences you will see in a longboard reverse kingpin truck to a standard kingpin skateboard truck. Okay, this is the very first thing that you will notice, or at least I noticed for myself. Okay, second thing is a standard kingpin truck is smaller than a longboard truck. Okay, this is of 8 inches, this is about 10 inches, this is like 250 mm, this is about 180 mm or so. Okay, from axle to axle. The hanger width is also much smaller here. This is about 7 inches I believe, and this is about 6 inches I believe. Correct me if my measurements are going off. Okay, so this is a standard kingpin truck and a longboard reverse kingpin truck. Okay, let's see the other differences and other similarities in close-up. Okay, so you have seen me explaining to you the parts of a reverse kingpin truck before in my another video. Let me explain the parts of the standard kingpin truck for you to understand here. These are axle nuts. You have axle here, axle nuts, speed washers. You have 2 of them on either side. Okay, this is the hanger itself. This is the pivot, and you have the pivot cup, and this is the base plate, and what you have is the kingpin over which goes the cup washers to hold the barrel bushing. Then you have the bushing seat from the hanger itself. Then you have the cup washer and the kingpin nut which goes over the kingpin end. Okay, this is a cone bushing. Okay, these are the general parts of the standard kingpin truck, which you will also find it on the reverse kingpin truck too. Okay, peace. So guys, you got to forgive me for any of the environmental noise that you might hear. This is a lockdown, a relaxed lockdown. Sorry, my tongue kind of rolled for the R. And so everybody is here in my apartment. I'm doing this recording in my apartment, so if you happen to hear, kindly forgive me. Okay, so what makes a standard Kingpin truck a standard Kingpin truck, and a reverse Kingpin truck a reverse Kingpin truck? Okay, so in a standard Kingpin truck, the hanger has a extension like this to seat the bushing. Okay, and the Kingpin angle from the base plate and the hanger angle from the pivot, it merges at a different point. It never merges in the truck itself. Okay, they are like converging lines, but they don't meet in the truck itself. Okay, they are meeting in a separate point. Like it has an extension where to seat the bushings and everything. Okay. In case of reverse Kingpin truck, the hanger is very accommodative that it has a hole in its center which has the bushing seat as well, wherein your Kingpin goes in. So in this case, the lines of the Kingpin and the base hanger and the base plate Kingpin meets. Okay. In a reverse Kingpin truck, it has a Kingpin of 45 degrees or 48 degrees or 50 degrees, and in few reverse Kingpin trucks you have adjustable angles to adjust the the angle of the hanger itself. You reverse the hanger, it will have a different angle, like lower angle to do downhill riding, like it lowers to 30 degrees. If you reverse the hanger again, turn the hanger, it will be a longboard truck with 45 degrees to 50 degrees of hanger angle or the base plate angle. Okay, so the Kingpin angle is here somewhere close to 45 to 50 degrees, about 48 degrees I believe. Okay, the Kingpin angle of a standard Kingpin truck or a skate truck is almost close to 90 degrees. It's like above 60 or 70 degrees to close to 90 degrees here. Okay, so that's one of the main differences that you will see, and this is much smaller than a reverse Kingpin truck. Okay, so what else make a standard Kingpin truck a standard Kingpin truck, and why do people use the smaller size trucks on a skateboard? Okay, skateboard is something designed to do some pop tricks and to do some flat ground tricks. Okay, so for all that thing you need stability. So when you land on your board, on your skateboard, with wheels mounted to these trucks and everything, you don't want this trucks to be wobbly. Okay, so these are designed for stability. Okay, these reverse Kingpin trucks, they are designed for carving, cruising, dancing on a longboard, to go for downhill riding. So for all these things, this truck have to be carvy. Okay, you're not going to do some pop tricks. People do some pop tricks on a longboard, but that's a different case. You have you have to do some adjustments with the parts, to do such things. Change the bushings, all those things. But the reverse Kingpin truck are designed for generally cruising on your board. You're about 20 kilometers per hour, doing some dancing and doing some weekend cruise or going to a coffee shop or something like that, going for distances, point A to point B. So for doing such carving and cruising, these trucks are designed this way with a 45 degree base plate angle. So what does this 45 degree base plate angle give to the reverse Kingpin truck is like it can carve, it can hope you can follow my finger, it can move this way and it can move this way as well. So this movement is also similar to the amount of movement that you will find it on this way. So it can move this way and this way. Hope you can find the motion through my hanger. Okay, so it can move this way and it can move this way. So when you are moving it this way, it turns. This is going to be obviously fixed. Only the hanger is going to do the turn. it's not like perfectly, it's not perfectly a left to right turn, okay? It is actually a lean angle. So it's turning this way, you know. You hope you guys follow my finger. So it's when you're turning, it turns this way, like from lower bottom to top side, you know, left bottom to left top side when you're turning, you know. So it's designed for both leaning and carving, okay. Here comes the Standard Kingpin truck. This is designed for stability, as I told you guys. So this has a better lean angle. It could go this way. When you're turning, the angle of the kingpin and the position of the pivot is restricting the motion of the hanger to carve. Okay, the motion of the hanger to turn this way is restricted, but the position of the kingpin and the bushings and everything allows this hanger to move this way freely. Hence, this is very easy for you to do some pop tricks as well as and provide some stability when you're running down the bank at high speeds. Okay, so that's the idea. And being a small size truck and a lower hanger, it kind of observes all the vibrations that you're going to put through on doing this pop trick, and it also enables you to do the pop of the board because it's lighter than the reverse kingpin truck comparatively. Okay, this is a high truck, I believe. There is some low trucks as well in a Standard Kingpin truck for the skateboards, okay, and there are trucks to reduce the weight of the Standard Kingpin truck further, like these axle rods are completely hollow, and even the kingpin is hollow. So in that way you reduce a huge amount of weight on your Standard Kingpin truck. So those are like called low weight trucks and heavy weight trucks, something like that, or like light trucks and heavy trucks. And what you have here is other differences is high truck and a low truck. So probably this is a high truck. Low truck would have even more, less height in the hanger position. Okay, so these are the very basic differences between the reverse kingpin truck and the Standard Kingpin truck. Okay, and just because like I'm extending this for about 8 minutes, let me take a break and come back to you. Okay, peace. I'm also sweating badly, that's why. So you also can observe the height of both Standard Kingpin and the reverse kingpin truck. This is much taller. Okay, and if you also observe the pivot of Standard Kingpin truck is very smaller, and the pivot of the reverse kingpin truck is much bigger. So the idea here is like to take all the hits in a point load, and this one is like for cruising, since there's going to be a lot of wiggle of this hanger employed when you're cruising. This pivot is designed to take all the angle loads. Okay, if you see here, it's almost close to 90 degrees, so it's designed to take point loads. This one is designed to take angle loads and move freely. Okay, this will also move freely, but with the cushions that is provided by your bushings. Okay, so depending upon the durometer of your bushings, it kind of moves the hanger like that. Okay, so this is designed to take a point load. This is designed to, as well as some little bit of your carving load, and here this is designed to take both loads actually, but most of the time you're going to provide some angle loads, so that's why it's bigger. Okay, so in terms of applying the load to make your hanger behave the way you want to behave, like say for you to lean this skateboard truck, you will need a decent amount of load to lean on your skateboard deck to make your hanger lean, like go this way or this way. Again, it's your body weight. But with reverse kingpin truck, you will need a huge amount of load, like for you to, lower your knee and push your body weight in a huge amount to make your reverse kingpin truck to behave in the way that you want to behave. And like either to have a lean motion or curve motion, you got to apply huge amount of force. So the amount of force that is needed to move these hangers compared, even though you have some soft bushings on your reverse kingpin truck or a standard kingpin truck, when you compare, the amount of force that is applied here and here, this requires comparatively less amount of force. Okay, you must have observed me doing some pushing and trying to pump the LDB board with this truck, this very same truck on the front side. I would have struggled a lot. You might have heard my breathing very badly. So that's the amount of force that is required for this one to move. Okay, so that's also another difference. Peace. Due to its height, lower height, it can only take up to certain amount of wheels here, like say up to 60 mm or 70 mm, not more than that. Other than if you go above that size of a wheel on your skateboard standard kingpin truck, it might give you a wheel bite with your deck. This one being a taller truck, you can go up to 100 or 105 or 110. It only limited by your deck shape. Okay, so you can go for a bigger wheels, off-road wheels, or regular or tarmac, to ride on your urban area wheels. For that, softer durometer wheels, you can go for that. But you can go for all types of durometer wheels, but it has to be restricted to certain diameter, say like under 70 mm or 60 mm or 60 mm. I'm like under 54 to 70 mm. Can't go bigger than that, otherwise you will get a wheel bite. Otherwise you might have to put extensive amount of razor pads below your truck, to avoid the wheel bite. Okay, so that's another difference. So one similarity between these two trucks is like you don't have to necessarily use a razor pad. Like both the trucks can be mounted just like that onto your deck. Okay, you don't need a razor pad. It's called top mounting, and you can do with both the trucks. Okay, so it might scratch your deck a little bit, but if your hardware is going loose because of the usage, that the abuse that you're going to put to your deck, might do some brushing with your, create some friction with your deck. But you can mount both of these truck without a riser pad to your decks. Okay, to a longboard deck, to a skateboard deck. Okay, peace. There are pretty good chances, like the axle nut for both these trucks, could match the skate truck as well, because the diameter of the axle is almost same, I believe. Yeah, the diameter of both the axles are similar. So I think the Kingpin's diameter is also 10 mm, I believe, and this is 8 mm, just because the 8 mm bearings are going inside. That's how I'm saying it. So if you want to change any of your hardwares, required for these two trucks, reverse kingpin truck and a standard kingpin truck, like the axle nut or speed washers, you can exchange or buy it for a skateboard and use it for a longboard truck. Okay, it's possible. They are almost similar. Okay, even for the kingpin nut, but not the kingpin itself. You saw me using the speed washers of pieces of skateboard on a longboard truck on my carver. Okay, so it's almost similar, so you can use them. Okay, but you can't change the kingpin itself. Okay, not the pivot cups. Okay, these are bigger for these things. So in that way, I think I kind of covered everything that I could remember of a standard Kingpin truck and reverse Kingpin truck. Okay, hope it was useful. Okay, as you all know, like I have experiences only with the longboard trucks and the carver trucks and the waterborne surf adapter. You know, I think remembering of waterborne surf adapter, this skate truck being in square shape, it could fit properly in the waterborne surf adapter. You know, it doesn't have the nose like the longboard trucks, which kind of gave a hard time for me to fit in the waterborne surf adapter. So you know, I mounted it backwards. You know the story. So this could fit properly anyways. And as I was saying, I only have experience with these type of trucks, you know, the reverse Kingpin truck and the carver truck and waterborne surf adapter, and I seldom use a skateboard truck. Okay, so this is my first skateboard truck as well. So if you guys find any of the points that I didn't mention here in this video, kindly do mention them in the comments, because I'm also learning along with you guys. Okay, and I'll also learn from you guys. Okay, so and if you find this video useful, please do subscribe, and please do like this video and share them. Okay, this is Kicha signing off. Peace.